Hey up friends, I'm back with a race that I did earlier this year, but this time I feel like I'm doing a national service because it's now November, it's colder and it's darker of an evening, meaning it's harder to go out. I'm certainly finding it harder to go out, so the race which we're just going to watch now is actually from June and it was a really lovely hot day, so it just reminds us of summer, so you're welcome. But yeah, no, it's the Otley 10, it's a 10 miler. I actually talked myself out of doing this race. Craig had actually pulled out of it, so he just won the World Cup on the Sunday at Otley 10k. Yeah, at Otley 10k. And yeah, so he'd pulled out of this, so I couldn't win that back. So I told myself I wasn't going to do this race. I certainly wasn't ready for it. And my performance proves that. So you'll see me struggle, I'll not lie, but there was one point where I actually I didn't turn it off, but I very nearly turned the camera off, but I thought, no, we'll show the bad with the good. But yeah, this race, it were also for the club championships, so if all else, it was just to get some points, even if I came last. So I'll stop rabbiting on there now and crack on with video, and you're welcome. I forgot to say that the reason that I'm doing this little intro up on the canal once again is because I didn't do any other recording on race day other than slapping the camera on my head. Yeah, like I say, 10 miles, I wasn't ready for it. It was an evening race as well, so I'd just done a full day at work. Getting all my excuses in now. You'll see it. Yeah. But also, I thought, because it's new shoe day, just been and collected them, so I thought I'll just come on, do this little recording on my way home. But that's another little bit of national service that I'm doing, because this walk home, okie doke,
Thank you.
this walk home, I've added about a mile on the walk because it's not on my way home at all. It goes a different direction, so now I'm on my way home. So once again, guys, you're more than welcome. I'll dare bet you when I get to the end of here, there's some geese there who, I can see them already. They're ganging up ready. I'm going to put camera away because they'll bloody mug me for it. Pricks. See them all there with the little minions, the ducks. Someone will feed in them. Well, it's too late to duck out of this race now, we're here at the start. This race, the roads aren't closed for this race, so I'm hoping that while we're all just here waiting at the start, clogging up this road, that there's no poor bugger behind us all waiting to get off to Morrison's. Just in front of me as I'm about to start, some guy ran around the starting mat, so I'm hoping that didn't interfere with his time. Like I said, the roads aren't closed, so we have to run on paths, and like a good boy, I jump up onto the path at the earliest opportunity. So that in mind, let's just roll on to the first mile. Mile 1 done in 9 minutes and 6 seconds. It's already feeling tough. But the good thing is we are on these narrow paths, and in parts they have put like a little tape barrier on so that we stick to the paths, which were actually pretty good because it meant that I had to stay in line and I wasn't overtaking people going at a pace that I clearly wasn't ready for, and then blowing up later on in the race more than I actually do. There is a bit of a gap to the group that's just in front of me, so I'm actually trying to make my way to that group thinking that I'm holding people up, and I just didn't want them to get frustrated with me. But I have managed to claim a few places from the start, so fingers crossed I can keep that trend going into mile 2. That's the second mile done in 8 minutes and 56. I did manage to bridge that gap to the group ahead of me, but there's a woman in a green top just up ahead there, and every time I got close to her she did like a little surge to get away from me. I think she must have looked at the floor, seen the shadow of a fool with a camera on his head and thought, not today mate, you're not passing me. As you can see, the race so far has been all flat. We've got about another mile of flat. We continue on this road, take a couple of left turns, and then we're onto the country roads, and then we start climbing, and then that's where the fun begins. So let's get off to mile 3. Mile 3 done in 9 minutes exact. Towards the end of this mile I just had to overtake somebody to finish this mile in the position I started in, because I did get overtaken by a couple of people. Yeah, just continue on this road around the corner, and then we'll come to assess water station, which is absolutely well and truly needed now because I am absolutely baking. But I'm just thinking it's all about the points, Carl. It's all about the points. Let's get on to mile 4. Mile 4 done in 9 minutes and 21 seconds. We have just had our first climb, a bit of an incline, to finish this mile off, and I'm not kidding you, it felt like the worst climb I have ever gone up. I thought this must be it can't get any worse than this. But yeah, if you look at the elevation chart, it clearly does. What sort of a clown thinks like that? on what turned out to be the smallest climb on the race. So far, even though I'm not feeling that good, spirits are high, so let's just crack on to mile 5. Mile 5 done in 10 minutes and 50 seconds. You can tell by the times that it's starting to fall apart. We've just come up the first bit of this first massive climb and it's already proving to be difficult. We did that bit of a climb and then we dropped back down, and just before we started this climb here, there was a house, and I'm not kidding you. Got to the house, we turned right, and as soon as I saw this road, I think I just give up on life. It was so steep, it looked horrible, and that's where we are right now. It's just a matter of survival right now. Let's get to mile 6 and see how I'm getting on. Mile 6 done in 12 minutes and 45 seconds. As you can tell by that time, it is all just gone, it's all falling apart now. But yeah, we've now finished that big climb, but it's taken literally everything out of my legs, so coming down the other side, it feels just as hard as going up the other side. So now let's just roll on to mile 7 and see what that next climb has in store for us. Mile 7 done in 12 minutes and 27 seconds. We are nearly at the top of the second climb, but it has absolutely taken everything out of me. I am hanging on for dear life. I've lost so many places in this last mile, well, in the last couple of miles. I'm now at the point that when people just run past me, I can't even think of trying to stick with them. But there's only 3 miles to go. So I've just got to try and tell myself that, try and stay positive, and yeah, try and get through these last 3 miles. Mile 8 done in 11 minutes and 3 seconds, and a few more places lost in that mile. So now I'm thinking to myself that there can't be many more people behind me, if any at all. I've got to be somewhere around last place. Yeah, it's on this section of road here. We're coming down now, but we had a bit of a climb, not much, but a bit of a climb just before we started coming down, and we're on that section of road where I genuinely thought about turning the camera off. I was thinking to myself that I can't run anymore. Not just this race, I just can't run. That's how bad I was feeling. But 2 miles to go. It should not get easy, but better than I have been right now. So let's go to mile 9 and yeah, see if we can salvage something out of this race. Mile 9 done in 9 minutes and 37 seconds. No one's overtaken me in this last mile, so that strengthens my suspicion that I am in last place. But, I mean, it's my best mile I've done for quite some time, so maybe I'm just holding people off. And there's only 1 more mile to go now, so maybe I might get a belated second wind. We're in this park. I don't have a clue where we are, but I'm starting to get the feeling, obviously we're just past 9 mile, but I'm getting the feeling that we're getting close to the finish. So let's crack on and get to that finish. Thank you. I've finally made it to the cricket pitch, but we have to run around the edges, and it looks and it was so far to get around. When I entered the pitch, a couple of people from the club were cheering me, trying to wake me on to go a bit quicker for the finish, as you do. But I had literally nothing left to give. I was more suited to being in the graveyard, which was next door, than running around this pitch right now. Anyway, I've managed to finish this race. That was the last mile, done in 10 minutes and 45 seconds, which meant that my official time was 1 hour, 43 minutes and 50 seconds. That is the worst 10-mile race time I have ever done, but to be fair, it was the toughest as well. So yeah, as you can see guys, I genuinely did struggle on that race. I came into it underprepared. That's because I told myself that I wasn't going to do it, and then I had to talk myself back into it. the full day, and yeah, that clearly didn't work for me. Right, so thankfully I got through that race. My next race after this was the Leeds 10k, which was the Sunday straight after this race, so fingers crossed I can recover for this. Craig will be racing that one as well, so can I win my trophy back there? Fingers crossed. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. See you in Leeds.